Good evening.
Oh, it's not live. Hello, world!
There you go. She's the best at doing that.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are tuning from. Tonight is all about how to learn something new, thrive in a digital world, and ultimately inspire others by building something of your own.
Yes, indeed. So if your journey,
If you're joining us tonight
yeah,
live, go ahead, continue.
yeah, let us know where you're watching from. Drop us a little note. We love to hear where you're coming from. And today's topic is one that is close to home: burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Or burnout. Lots of people suffer from this, not just being tired after long days, but feeling mentally and emotionally and physically drained.
Yes. So, we always start with introducing ourselves. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Emily. I'm originally from the Philippines. Happy wife to this handsome guy. I'm a proud mom of one and also a special ed teacher by profession.
And I'm Mike, originally from Manchester, England, and we both now reside here in sunny Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and we are traditional business owners, but extremely proud online business owners.
Absolutely. So, like we said, our topic is right here in the bottom. Are you burned out or just used to being exhausted?
Yes.
So, can I ask you a question to those of you who are listening, watching right now, and will be watching the replay of this?
You can.
Okay. Have you ever said any of this? I just need to get through this week. I'm exhausted. I'll rest when things slow down. I don't even know why I'm so tired. If you have, you're definitely not alone.
Yeah. The tricky thing about burnout is it doesn't happen overnight. It kind of creeps up nice and slowly on you, and you keep pushing yourself and saying, yes, everything's good, or keep solving everyone's problems for them, until one day you realize you're not running on empty, that you're running on empty. You've run out of gas.
Yeah. Did you run out of gas?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. So for many years, that was us, or that was me, especially because I worked 3 jobs in the past. I was or I am teaching a full-time job, or a full-time. I was teaching full-time. Right now, I feel like I'm running out of gas already. We own businesses. Mike and I were managing employees and also ordering inventory, covering payroll, warning early mornings and late nights, because it's either I'm going after my teaching job, I go to the store to buy supplies, or late nights because I had to bake some pastries.
Yeah, for the store for the following day.
Yeah, so to everyone else, it looked like we were doing great, but behind the scenes, we were exhausted.
Yeah, people often confuse being busy with being successful, but they're not the same thing by any means.
Yes.
You can be incredibly busy and still feel like you're getting nowhere.
Yep, absolutely. Burnt out isn't just physical, it's also emotional. Sometimes it's even mental. You stop getting excited about things you once loved. You're always thinking about work, even when you're home, especially like for a teaching job, for example. We have a lot of paperwork. To those of you who can relate, teachers out there, hello, 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 special ed especially, we have what we call IEP, Individualized Education Plan, for each of our students that we are handling. So most often than not, we bring work from work to home, because we have to make plans for each of our students. We have to make lesson plans on top of that as well. So there's no break. So even on vacation, for example, your body may be resting, but your mind never clocks out. I remember, Johan, when you used to work in a corporate office and we are on vacation, but you have to constantly be on your computer. Explain that.
Yeah, because the thing is if you whether you're working for if you're working for a corporation, you go on vacation, you don't want to come back to 600 emails. So what do? You think, oh well, I'll just take a quick hour, and you get on the computer and you start looking at emails. So you're trying to keep the workload down for when you get back off your vacation. But on the flip side of that as well, for any small business owners out there, as we were, um, when you're not in the shop, guess what? And you're at home, maybe you got to do payroll, maybe you got to do the schedule. There's always something going on that you've got to do. Maybe you got to, I've got to make a list of all the supplies we need. Or maybe I've got to contact this person, or maybe I've got to do the sending the taxes, maybe I've got to send in the payroll. There's so many things always going on that people don't see. All they see is a shop open from whatever,
7 to 4,
7 to 4, and they think, hey, that's it. You make some coffee and off you go. Nothing like that. So burnout is everywhere, and one sign of burnout is when Sunday afternoons feel stressful for you because you're already worrying about Monday morning, getting ready.
Yes.
And another sign is you wake up tired, even after sleeping, or you're feeling guilty whenever you go and take a break.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. One of the very example of that is still Sunday, and you're already thinking about Monday. So really, your Sunday is not a weekend or a break from work, because Sunday you have to prepare about your lesson plan for Monday, especially if you are handling so many different grade levels. Last year, I believe I handled 5 different grade levels. So imagine that, creating a lesson plan for 5 different grades, and also individualizing your lessons to the kids because they are special ed, and they have different needs and different weaknesses. So you have to cater at each one of them. So that's your Sunday is relatively like a part of your weekday or work day already.
Yeah, and when I was doing the corporate thing, I was always on the road, and you'd have to obviously plan ahead. You'd try and plan like 3 or 4 weeks ahead. But even so, before you go on the road, you've got to maybe print out some reports. You've got to look at what the history is of the accounts, because obviously you don't know all this off the top of your head because you've got so many accounts. So you've got to do some research. You've got to look at the account, and then you've got to also, while you're looking at those accounts, you've got to look at, what's nearby that maybe I can prospect while I'm out there. Where am I going to stay? When I get to the place, am I driving? Am I flying? If I'm flying, do I pick up a rental car? I mean, it's just endless, constant, non-stop. So you're lucky if you get a Saturday off.
Yeah. So here's,
what on earth were we doing?
Yeah. So here's something we learn. Working harder isn't always the answer. Sometimes the answer is building a life that doesn't require you to be on every minute of every day. That was a mindset shift for us.
Yeah, people often ask, so did you quit everything? No, we didn't. We simply started looking at things another way to create income, something that that didn't really rely on opening a physical door every morning or planning out your week like I was just talking about when I was doing the corporate gig. And doing something that we could build around our lives instead of constantly sacrificing our lives for the job.
Yes. And one thing I realized was burnout doesn't just steal your energy. It steals your time with the people you love. It steals your health, your patience, your peace of mind, and sometimes it steals years you'll never get back. I remember when I used to work in the other company years ago, um, I was so burnt out or exhausted, whatever, maybe a combination of exhaustions and a burnout, if they are the same meaning, whatever that is. But that's how I felt during that time. Like early in the morning, I would drag myself out from my bed because I felt like I didn't want to go to work. However, during that time, if I don't go to work, of course, I don't make money. So I believe the whole time that I was in the company, I never take some days off because no work, no pay. And then so when I finish when I was about to move to a different company, I had so many of my days off. How do you call it? My days,
Your vacation
yeah, my vacation
rolled over.
accumulated. Yes, accumulated. So I had to cash them out because I never really took a day off. Even when I was sick during the time, I cannot take a day off because, like I said, no work, no pay for me. So that was really very exhausting.
And I think maybe when you're younger and you've
Mhm.
got a lot more energy, I think it's more doable,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But then if you continue that on, if you've noticed now, companies are putting more and more on your plate. I certainly have noticed that when I was in the corporate world, who are throwing so much on your plate. It's reports after reports after reports. There was one where we would have to do a weekly plan, obviously, where we were going that week.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go out for that week, you would do a report on each visit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decided, oh, well, now we need you to do another spreadsheet of where you're already going. And it's like, how many times have I got to tell you? You've already got a weekly plan. I'm already doing reports on each visit I'm going. Now you want another report on where we're going on the same stuff. It just doesn't make sense. They just keep throwing more and more stuff on you. So the longer you're with a company and the older you get, it just gets like enough's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets crazy. And as I say, then they start reducing maybe the number of employees they have. So then instead of replacing somebody, they just, we'll just spread this out over the other people.
Yeah.
So you're doing more and more work. And again, as you're getting older, that's when it starts taking a toll on you. So the great thing is there are other alternatives out there, and it's worth taking a look at, before they start piling more work on you.
Yeah.
So think about this. If you had one extra day every week, how would you spend it? With your family, traveling, reading, relaxing, drinking a glass of wine, working on your health. Most people don't want more work, that's for sure. They want more choices.
Yes, absolutely not. So that became our goal, not to become millionaires overnight, not to escape work, but to create options. I still work, I still have a full time job, but to build something that could eventually give us more flexibility, more freedom, more time together, and especially more time with our family and loved ones.
Yeah, and as for me, here's what we discovered. There are opportunities today that simply don't or didn't exist years ago. Technology has changed, the internet has changed, AI has changed. People can now build businesses from almost anywhere.
Yes, just like what we are doing right now. We are building this online business, and wherever we go, we went to the Philippines, we went to Punta Cana, we went to Florida, we went to England. Just within the first, how do you call, first half of the year, we visited those places and many places around the area, and we were carrying our, or how do you call it, we have our online business with us. It's just like a business in the box or in our pocket that we carry wherever we want to go.
As long as you've got internet connection, you can do this business on your phone. Speaking
Yes.
of, I don't have my phone with me. But
Yeah. So if you're feeling burnt out today, we want to encourage you with this. Being tired doesn't mean you have failed. But staying in the same cycle year after year without exploring other options may keep you stuck. And you don't want to feel stuck. sometimes the smallest decision can completely change your future.
That is for sure. Yeah. And maybe today isn't about making a huge change. Maybe today is simply about becoming curious,
Yes.
learning what is possible and exploring ideas, asking better questions. Don't just ask two or three questions and fill in the blanks yourself. Take the time to educate yourself on what this business opportunity is about.
Yes, so that's exactly what we did, and it completely changed the directions of our lives. When I saw this opportunity in Facebook, I just saw a post about the online business, and it was what caught my attention was like that it's a very flexible. You can carry it wherever you are, and then it gives you um, time freedom, financial freedom, and more time with your family and your loved ones. And then in the bottom of that post, it says it's completely free to check out, to look at the business. So that's what I did. I was like, what the heck? It's free. Why not look at it?
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with that. But now, now 2.5 years later, we're here. We are still learning, we're still growing, but we are enjoying this. We keep on building this, one brick at a time, because it's not an overnight success. It's not a rich quick scheme. It requires your time, your effort. But when I say time, it doesn't mean that it's like your full-time job wherein you have to work 8 to 10 hours a day. It's not like that. So I remember when we went to Florida, and Darren, one of the founders, was saying, you are not supposed to work 8 hours a day in this online business, because what you need is only a small pocket of your time, especially when you already built it. Just like us, we are 2.5 years in this online business. So the time that we are devoting in this online business is very minimal compared to when I was starting. Because when I started, uh, I wanted to learn everything. So I was putting a lot of hours. But now it's not like that, because you get used to it. And um, the purpose of this online business is to minimize the hours that
Yeah.
we work.
To free up time so you can do things you want to do. But the great thing is, as I say, you don't have to be sat in front of a desk. If we say, hey, let's go to the mall,
Mhm.
okay, you go to the mall. Guess what? You can sit down and grab a coffee, pull your phone out. Okay, bum, 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 bum. 10, 15 minutes, you're done. Off you
Yes.
carry on. It doesn't mean that you've got to stay in front of a desk or wherever it is. You can go out and carry on with your life,
Yes.
but your business will come with you.
Absolutely. So today we have more choices than we had before, and that's something we're incredibly grateful for.
Exactly, yeah. So if today's conversation resonates with you, we'd love to hear from you. Comment burnout below, or send us just a private message. We'd be happy to share, excuse me, how we got started, and answer any questions. And if you decide this is something for you, then we'd love to have you join us. No
Yes.
pressure, just a conversation, because this isn't for everybody. So it is kind of, if you want to say, select people that we're looking for. But if you can resonate with anything that we've spoke about today, maybe it's something you might want to take a look at.
Yeah, like we always say, we are not here to convince you. We are here to encourage you, and we are here to show you the possibility, what can change in your life if you give yourself a chance to look into this online business. It has changed so many people's lives. There are people who quit their job. There are people who pay off their debt, like their homes, the mortgage, the cars, send their kids to private schools and best schools in the world wherever they are. And there are so many more travels for us. It's definitely more travels and more time with each other, especially now that we are both on board, so we are doing this business together.
Yep. So yeah, just as I say, we're not here to convince anybody or twist anybody's arm. All we're doing is sharing information. And again, if you feel like you'd want to know more, doesn't cost you anything. Reach out to us. Just shoot us a message and say, what is it? Or burnout or whatever you want to say, and we'll get back to you.
Yes, so thank you so much for spending time with us today. Remember, burnout is not a badge of honor. Your health, your family, and your peace of mind matter just as much as your paycheck. So thank you so much to those of you who are listening and watching right now and who will be sharing our go live. We really appreciate you. You just don't know, if you guys are who are watching right now are not ready and you share our go live, you just don't know who this go live may help.
Mhm.
Is that correct
Yep.
English?
Yep, that's good.
So until next time, we always say, please don't forget to pray, because prayers
Move mountains.
God bless everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye bye.